And the first item in the order of the day, Speaker, on the order of the day paper for this afternoon should be third reading of Free Property 2023. But for technical reasons, we have to step it down till next legislative day. So we now go to the next item, that is item number 10, which is a motion. So now the next item on the order of the paper is a motion on the need to ban usage of styrofoam for food service, storage, and other related usage in Oyo State to prevent its harmful effect on human and environment. OIHAM/10/29/24. That this honorable House take cognizance of harmful effect of styrofoam to human beings and the environment, with a view to urging the government to put measures to ban the usage of styrofoam for food service, storage, and other related usage to avert disease. Honorable Adebayo Gabriel Babajide, Ibadan North 2, and Honorable Sanjo Adedoyin Onolapo. We want us out, JP, Leader of the House, co-sponsor.
The sponsor of the motion, please move your motion.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name remains Honorable Adebayo Babajide Gabriel, representing the good people of Ibadan North 2 State Constituency. I also still remain the Jagaban of 9th and 10th Assembly, this Alo Chamber. Motion: need to ban usage of styrofoam for food service, storage, and other related usage in Oyo State to prevent its harmful effects on human and environment. Honorable B. Adebayo Ibadan North and SC Onolapo, Leader of the House co-sponsor. The House notes that the usage of styrofoam as a food package container and for other domestic usage is hazardous to human health and dangerous to the environment. Medical researchers the world over claim that the convincing evidence that using styrofoam for food package accounts for dangerous health issues like kidney failure, liver failure, brain damage, and other illness that people suffer in today's world. Further note that another research revealed that it takes hundreds of years, specifically 500 years before styrofoam degrade in the soil. As years go by, styrofoam frequently launch chemical into environment, hence degrading the soil and rendering it unsuitable for farming and harmful to microorganisms. Styrofoam manufacturers require using hydrocarbon which are released into the air, produce a hazardous pollutant, ground-level ozone. The pollutant can imply lung function and other lead to respiratory illness. Awareness that styrofoam, a non-biodegradable plastic, has been used widely in food service for takeout and delivery. In recent time, many businesses in Europe and America have substituted it with paper or reused plastic container. This is based on the awareness of its dangerous effect on human health in its immediate and the permanent damage to the environment in the long term. Further aware, Mr. Speaker, that the use of styrofoam in common Africa and Nigeria due to population and availability of market take the lead in the usage of this. Harmful container in the continent, Mr. Speaker, the presence of styrofoam in our marketplace, restaurants, streets, and other drainage system is visible to the blind. Observed that just 3 weeks ago, as Lagos State government banned the total usage of plastic known as styrofoam, the government of Abia State has also ordered the same ban on styrofoam. There is a proactive measure to phase out this total use of deadly substance. It's, however, very important as a matter of utmost urgency to stop the use of styrofoam in Oyo State, as it is hazardous to both environment and human beings. Further observe that number of states and cities in America have banned single use of plastic items like styrofoam in effort to cut down on the waste and encourage the use of biodegradable of unstable items, as its ban took effect on May 4, 2022. Styrofoam is banned in Colorado, Maine, Maryland, New York, New Jersey, Vermont and Virginia. Washington and Washington, D.C. and New Jersey was the most recent in implemented. Colorado, Maryland, Virginia and Washington have styrofoam ban that are not yet effect. Concern that the duty of government, Mr. Speaker, is to protect the lives of the subject even they do not want to protect it. Many people who profit from this sales of plastic perceive the government as wicked, but the good that the ban of this plastic would do the general public would overweigh the profit that few make from its sales. It is therefore important and necessary action to be taken in curtail further hazard and danger to both environment and human beings. Resolve, Mr. Speaker. Resolve to urge the executive arm of government through the Ministry of Information and Orientation and other information dissemination organizations of government to organize alignment and program to sensitize the public on the danger of using styrofoam. And two, the Ministry of Health and Environment and Natural Resources puts necessary machinery in motion through the State Executive Council for the total ban of styrofoam in Oyo State. Mr. Speaker, we beg to move.
A motion has been moved. Any seconder? Honorable Babalala.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Abaola Abiodun is my name from the Northeast Constituency 1. I appreciate the effort of the mover of the motion. And at the same time, I wonder, this styrofoam has been among us for years. And I wonder, where are the researchers? That means the effect of these things must have had effect on people or killed a lot of people or have a latent deposit of toxic in the life of the people. While I'm trying to check the stand of WHO on this styrofoam, check their website just to be able to see and confirm their decision on this styrofoam, their stance still remains that they have not come up with the need to ban the styrofoam. However, it has been observed and has been confirmed that this styrofoam has effect, the cancer effect on animals. Lagos State have come up with the law to ban this. The stand of the WHO still remains. Their emphasis still remain on how to reduce the environmental pollution and to save the ecosystem. The disadvantages highlighted from this motion, one of them is non-biodegradable. That means after using this material and being disposed, this material is still in our system for over 100 years. That means it can also contribute to most of the this overflowing of rivers in most of our channels. They also have the environmental impact, which contribute to the greenhouse effect and climate change that the world has been speaking against. Then the health concern. It has also been proven that any of this material if any of our wildlife eat them. They take them as food and they remain in their system for long. And as a result, it led to cancer. Then we were also led to know that when we use these things, the eating effect creates a styrene and benzene from the interaction of oil and heat on this material, which also established that it has effect on human body. I'm only highlighting this for us to see how harmful this and the need for us to act with speed to ban it in our society, just like Lagos did. Then finally, of course, you know that all this thing is cheap. I think a pack of it, 100 pack, costs maybe 1,500. But if you want to use normal plastic, it costs between 7,800. People use it because it's cheaper. But in the long run, it's very costly to our society. So, Mr. Speaker, I think we need to look at this, and we don't need to waste time on it to ban it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Babalola. In fact, you have really pointed out all the dangers of using styrofoam, and I'm not sure there's any other, harmful effect of this styrofoam that hasn't been mentioned by yourself. Thank you for taking time out to research, to educate and enlighten us on the dangers of styrofoam and the importance in ensuring that the sale or the usage of styrofoams for food services or any other service whatsoever, in terms of, at least when it comes to food packaging, should be totally banned in Oyo State. A motion has been moved that the executive do look into machineries to be put in place in order for the total ban of styrofoam, just the same way that Lagos State has also done in some couple of weeks. We also, implore other states, houses of assembly and other states governments to also do the same in order for us to keep the people safe, as that is our primary job as the legislative arm. So therefore, a motion has been moved and duly seconded. The resolutions within the motion has been clearly stated that the Ministries of Health and Environment and Natural Resources put necessary machineries in motion through the State's Executive Council for the total ban of styrofoam in Oyo State, which is the most important resolution and the aim of this motion. Those in favor that the resolutions as contained within this motion be adopted by this Honorable House, say aye. Aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it.
Mr. Speaker, that is our colleague. Next item in our order of the day paper on the need to implement food safety requirements for handling and transporting food products in Oyo State. OIHAM/10/30/24. That this Honorable House take cognizance of the importance of food safety as an integral part of promoting food health and ensuring food hygiene, with a view to urging the executive arm of government through relevant MDAs to take urgent steps to implementing food safety requirements for handling and transporting food products in the state. Honorable M.O. Abiola Akinyele-Wong.
Honorable Abiola, please present your motion.
The Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable M.O. Abiola, representing Akinyele-Wong State Constituency. Need to implement food safety requirements for handling and transporting food products in Oyo State. Honorable M.O. Abiola Akinyele-Wong. The House notes that agriculture is central to Oyo State's economy. It is obvious that in the foreseeable future, agricultural products will account for the greatest percentage of our gross domestic product, GTB, become valuable export products, and stand as the highest employer of labor. There is a considerably large informal food trade market, which when captured and given proper attention will add a great deal to the government's revenue. further notes that the country is currently experiencing rapid growth of intra-agri food market fueled by high population growth, rapid urbanization, dietary change, and income growth. Mr. Speaker, today, many people are going into the production of agricultural food products. The need to ensure food safety, food security, and meet the demand for food in the country and by extension Africa is on the increase, and governments, including private entities, are positioning themselves to reap the humongous benefits that lie ahead. A typical example is the effort of Oyo State government in the fantastic Fashola project and others to be embarked upon. Aware that while these rapid transformations provide major commercial opportunities, they also present major challenges, such as the management of food, safety, risk, and related foodborne diseases due to unsafe foods. Food safety is an integral part of food security. It is also a significant public health concern on its own. Access to safe and nutritious food is key to sustaining life and promoting good health, which contributes to the overall socio-economic development. Governments have the responsibility to protect their people by ensuring that the food available and offered to consumers meets food safety standards. Unfortunately, continued unintentional consumption of unsafe foods by the people of Oyo State is leading to the high public health and economic costs, and these costs are expected to grow if no remedial actions are taken or done to reverse this course. Further aware that food safety situation in Oyo State is plagued by inadequate human and infrastructural capacity for official control and management of food safety hazards and risk, lack or weak food monitoring and foodborne diseases supervision programs, weak capacity in food safety risk assessment, and inadequate laboratory services, among other gaps. This leads to poor risk management strategies and non-optimal enforcement of necessary actions for strengthening food safety systems. Observed that the two undeniable and glaring contributors to unsafe food in our societies, especially in Ibadan metropolis, are the mode of transportation and display of the food products. The major observable food products that draw attention on a daily basis are meat and vegetables. Irrespective of the fact that most of the butchers in our various localities slaughter animals and process them in unhygienic environments, burn them with carcinogenic substances like car tires and the likes. The mode of transporting these animals to the market where they are purchased by consumers is an eyesore. Many will use the boot of commercial taxis like Mikra to pack goat meat like log of woods. Some would load them in some will load the meat in tricycles and some on motorcycles, exposing them to carbon emissions from the vehicle and all sorts of flies. Further observes that the main concern is the condition of the containers which these foods are being transported. They are not only dirty, but also bacteria infested, thereby making the food unsafe for human consumption. This is also the case for vegetables like tomatoes and green leaves. They are equally stuffed in unclean baskets that have been in use for ages. Concerned that the Oyo State government, in spite of all efforts to ensure that food is available in abundance through different agricultural programs and the introduction of modern farming by establishing farm settlements, pay less attention to the safety of food in the local market, where the majority of the people buy their food. Along with the introduction of modern methods of farming and the chain of processing, a safe transportation and display system for food product must be put in place. This will ensure that a holistic system which not only promotes nutritious food but also safe food is put in place. For no food is nutritious, no matter how delicious and attractive it is not safe. Mr. Speaker, only safe food is nutritious. Resolves to urge the executive arm of government through the Ministries of Agriculture and Rural Development and Ministry of Health and Oyo State Agribusiness Development Agency, OISADA, to strengthen human and infrastructural capacity in the public sector, informal and formal food sectors and economy to ensure that qualified and well-trained workforce and relevant support services are available for the management of food safety hazard, risks and emergencies. Strengthen scientific capacity and support food safety, risk assessment and management, including risk-based food inspection. 3, develop standards and application of evidence-based toolkits and user-friendly innovations in the management of food safety in informal and formal food sectors, and improve analytical capacity and performance of public and private laboratory infrastructure. 4, develop and strengthen food supply monitoring and food-borne disease surveillance programs and the management of food safety emergencies and response systems, and build public and private sector data exchange platform to evidence making. 5, develop standards and application of evidence-based toolkits. That number 5 is being repeated, so I'll just strike it out. So number 5 now, develop minimum requirements for transporting, displaying and storing meat and vegetables. And 6, designate distinct meat van that will be transporting meat from the abattoir to the market. Mr. Speaker, I beg to move.
A motion has been moved. Any seconder? Honorable Inumoka.
Right, Honorable Speaker, sir. I'm Honorable Wahid Akintayo, member representing the good people of Oluyole constituency. Mr. Speaker, sir, permit me to appreciate my colleague, Honorable M.O. Abiola, for bringing this important motion, because it has to do with the safety of our people. Mr. Speaker, nobody can survive without eating food. And I believe it is part of our duty as legislative arm of the government to protect our people, especially by adopting this very important motion. And I believe it will go a long way by receiving this motion and adopting the resolutions within the motion. I therefore stand to second the motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
A motion has been moved and duly seconded. I'll just have a contribution to the... I want to ask Honorable Abiola, majority of the resolutions within this motion, is it something that you believe that the Consumer Protection Bill can cover?
Yes, it can cover it.
Okay. Well, as part of the resolution, we urge the executive governor of Oyo State to support the ongoing bill that is, I believe, it has scaled through the second reading. As that when it gets to, the third reading, and when we await assets, we expect His Excellency to support the private member bill as sponsored by, some of the members in this house, which will cover for most of all these issues that has been highlighted within the resolutions. We add that as part of the resolution. So therefore, those in favor that the resolutions as contained within the motion as amended be approved by this honorable house, say aye. Aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. The leader. So the third reading of the reading of Real Property Protection Bill 2023 is not ready today. And maybe he's working on the report. We'll take it on Tuesday. Okay. All right.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleague, I rise to move for adjournment of this sitting till Tuesday, 11th day of February 2024 by 10 a.m. Distinguished colleague, I so submit.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I rise to second the motion moved by the leader of the House.
Those in favor that the House will adjourn until Tuesday, 13th February 2024 by 10 a.m. say aye. Aye. 13th of February. It's 13th, Tuesday. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The DS.
Saw the Green Eagles jersey, Super Eagles jersey in the
Yes.
office. So I want to use this medium to congratulate you and congratulate the entire country on the victory of Super Eagles. I've been flying Super Eagles over
The
South
Bafana
South
Bafana.
Africa. So
Yes,
all
sir.
Eagles.
Thank you, the Deputy Speaker, for congratulating all of us here and all Nigerians at large, the people of Oyo State, on the recent victory by the Super Eagles against the Bafana Bafana to book our place in the final. But we are not there yet. By Tuesday, we will know whether we made it or not. By the time we resume on Tuesday, we will see ourselves. It's a pity that Oyo State didn't send a consignment to Ivory Coast. I'm sure it's already gone now. So those in favor that the House will adjourn until Tuesday, 13th February 2024 by 10 a.m. Say aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. The ayes have it.